Our statistics, we've got some new information for you too, and that new information includes hurricane warnings now out for the East Coast from Vero Beach on southward, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Here's the latest particulars on Andrew. Wind's 120 miles an hour. It's a Category 3 hurricane. It's moving west at 16. Pressure's at 951 millibars, and we will have a reconnaissance aircraft out there in about an hour, and they'll tell us if Andrew is strengthening, which is a good possibility by looking at the satellite picture. You can see a very strong hurricane here. It is generally moving on a westward track, and we have the ability to kind of follow each satellite picture and watch which way it is moving, and we've been watching that, and it has been generally moving on off toward the west. And being the fact that the Hurricane Center has now issued hurricane warnings from Vero Beach south, folks in that area can expect at least hurricane-forced winds within the next 24 hours. And this forecast track, again, very, very similar to that of Hurricane Betsy that it came across South Florida in 1965, and could also threaten the folks in the northern Gulf states, from New Orleans, Panama City, on back to Galveston. You may want to pay attention to what happens here with Andrew. But again, Florida, our biggest concern right now is we have an extremely strong hurricane here, and here's the hurricane watches out. This isn't the new information here. From Vero Beach southward again into the Keys, these are all hurricane warnings now, and they've also issued hurricane watches on the west side of Florida, from the northern Keys all the way up, including the Tampa area. So even though the storm should pass to your south, you can still get a tremendous amount of energy from the hurricane, even if it passes to your south. And we saw that, as a matter of fact, John Hope was telling us yesterday, the strongest problems they had in Tampa were from a hurricane that went on the east side of Florida. So problems here. Evacuations in the Keys are underway at the present time. Here's our strike probability, best shot at it, again from Vero Beach on southward, and it looks like as we follow the present track, that's exactly where it's going to go. Right now, tropical storm and hurricane force winds still well offshore, but we do expect things to change pretty rapidly here as the hurricane makes its way through the Keys. We have another hurricane to talk about, and this one will affect the southwest. Let's go to the studio.